Still on HTML tags and attributes. Now, if you look at our last our website, okay, we are trying to apply horizontal rule. There's another attribute of horizontal rule that is called a size. So I put the size to be the size here is in pixel. If I put it to be probably 12 points, and I save, and I come back to the browser and I refresh. So you see that it has become bigger and thicker. So there's another attribute for the horizontal rule called color. So if I give it color, let me just type a direct color. Let me not use hexadecimal code, and I save and I refresh. So that is the color. So HTML attribute can be applied to most of the HTML tag. But like I told you, by the time you begin to do CSS, you don't need attributes. Now let's move on. Going back to our presentation. If we look at the tags, we have HTML tag called UL and LI. That is about ordered and unordered list. Okay, so if you go back to our index and I type something in the paragraph tag, I say this is the list of programs we offer on our site. Or let me use a paragraph tag. I think it's better than P. Then I start UL. UL, it means unordered list. By UL, you are going to put a list of items on your page. So it has a closing tag called UL. Then the list item is the individual list item. So when I say we offer the following, this is the list of programs we offer on our site. If I put something like that and I start a UL tag. So the first list item, maybe we offer programming. Then there will be closing LI. So this kind of a tag, we call it child tag. The parent is UL, so we're going to put it inside the UL tag. So the list item is a child tag, and we have many tags like that in HTML. For example, table tag and a form tag. Those two, they always take a child tag. They take child tag. So let's put another list item and call it web design. So those are the programs we offer. The LI, let me put another one and call it a CAD or computer aided design. So LI closed. So you see that the three list items, they are in between the opening and the closing UL. If I save this and I go to the browser and I refresh, so you see what it is giving me here. See, this is the list of programs we offer on our site. Then it started listing them one by one, and something is missing there. Okay, probably there is a mistake somewhere. You see that this program is followed by a blank. So these are the common mistake because I didn't put / there. If I save again and I refresh, it should correct itself. So that is how to use list item on your web page. But assuming you want to use 1, 2, 3 instead of a bullet, then you may have to try OL. So instead of using UL, you change it to OL. That is ordered list. Ordered. If I save and I refresh, so it's going to turn to 1, 2, 3. It's going to turn to 1, 2, 3. Now that is how to how to apply UL and OL on your page. Now, if my OL, like I said, if you launch this and refresh, that it gives you 1, 2, 3. But assuming I want my ordered list. Ordered list has to do with a list where you have a Roman numeral or 1, 2, 3. But by default, ordered list will give you 1, 2, 3. UL will give you bullets. UL, if you save, like I showed the other time, and refresh. So that's a bulleted list. But assuming I want something else, I will have to type. Type equals to square. For example, some browser may take this, some may not take it. So you apply attribute to your UL. So you change it to square, I'll refresh. So you see that it's changing to square here. And if you type circle, I'll refresh. So it's changing to circle there. So the type attribute will change the type of your UL. Now if it is OL I'm using, OL. Now don't forget to change the closing to OL too. So the type in it, by default that is 1, 2, 3, but if I change it to A and I save and I refresh, it will change the list to A, B, C. And if I change it to small letter A and I save and I refresh, so I will have small letter A like I have it here. If I change it to high and I save and I come here and I refresh it will change it to Roman numeral figure. So that is about UL and L. It's important you learn this because when we get to CSS, we need to make use of UL and LI very much. So either you use UL or OL, it depends whether you want Roman numeral 1, 2, 3 or you want ordinary bulleted or circle or square, whatever you want. So you use type attribute for that. Then so that is that. Then back to our presentation here. There's another tag called break tag. We're going to talk about break tag. Then we also have bold and italicized tag. Then we also have a image tag and anchor tag. Okay, let's quickly see that. There is a tag called bold tag. Now, if I want to make this bold, if I go to my browser, okay, this appears to be bold. Why is it bold? This you are welcome to my website, and this is my first website. They appear to be bold because they are heading tag. But if you don't apply heading, probably you don't apply heading to this, you just make it paragraph tag. Yeah, I hope you will like this site. Maybe you don't apply heading to it, you make it paragraph tag and you refresh. So it's going to appear as a normal text. It's going to appear as a normal text. If that be the case, I hope you like this site. You want to make it bold. You come here, you apply B tag. B tag is the whole tag. You can also use strong. But let's start with B and C. Then you have to be clear. Don't forget to leave for last in, first out. So once I put B after paragraph tag, I have to close first with B. If I save this and I refresh, so you discover that I hope you like this site has become bold. You can see it is bold here. So let's go back. Instead of using bold, let's use strong. Strong is the latest version of that, though some browser will still handle your bold and refresh. You still have the same, no change, you still have the same effect. So either use bold or strong. Then there's another tag called emphasis. Emphasis tag. And don't forget, it will be the first one I'll take out there. Emphasis means italicize. So it's the same thing as as I tag. This I tag, italic. So either use bold and I or use strong and EM. They are the same thing. So bold is the same thing as strong. High is the same thing as EM. So if I go back to my notepad and I've typed emphasis, let me see. I'll see what will happen to I hope you will like this site. If I go and I refresh, you see that it's italicized. It's italicized now. The another thing I want to talk about is how do we make our text big or small? You have seen the effect of H1. I use H1 for you are welcome to my website. And if you go to our site, that's why it is bold and big. Then this is my first website. I use H2. But assuming I want something bigger, I want something bigger than H1. Like I told you, we have H1, H2, H3 up to H6. H6 is the smallest. But still, I'm not satisfied with H1. I want something bigger. Then that will bring us to the concept of font tag. Fonts. Font tag. Then there must be closing fonts. Now, I would rather put this font tag after paragraph, so that it will be inside the paragraph. Ctrl X, Ctrl V. So I've applied font tag. Let's save and see the effect and refresh. Nothing happens there. Why is nothing happening? Because there are some attributes you have to apply to font tag. But I want to say at this point that you don't need font tag if you know CSS. When we start using CSS, we don't need this font tag. In CSS, we use font size, font type, and so on and so forth. So I've told you that when you know CSS, there are some HTML tag that you will not use again, and even the issue of attributes will not come in again when you begin to use CSS. But for now, we are targeting. I hope you will like this site. We want it to be very big, bigger than H1. So we are going to say size. We apply size attribute to our font, maybe 20. If I save size, I select size, I apply size attribute to font, and I give it 20, and I refresh. You can see how big. I hope you like this site becomes. It becomes big there. Now another attribute for font is color. If you type color equals to, and I put red as my color there, then if I go to browser and I refresh, so it's going to change the font to color red. Or if I say the color is blue and I save and you refresh, it's going to change the color. Or you say you use a color code hash 45BB D6. I just pick 6 hexadecimal color. I hope you remember that. So that is the color it is giving me. So that is about font. So there's another attribute for font size. Then face. There is a face attribute. You see, I apply about 2 or 3 attributes. Look at my typing. I always leave a space between one attribute and the other, or else your site will generate error. If I say face, okay, let me change this color to, if I go back to the standard color code, let's say this maroon. Let's copy maroon. Let's copy maroon and put it there. Then face attributes. Face, maybe area. That's the face. If you are familiar with Microsoft Word, face will give you the kind of character that will be displayed on your browser. We have Times New Roman, Bandana, Impact, and Area, and so on and so forth. So if you know all those faces, you type it there and refresh. So you see that it's totally different. So I have maroon color there. I hope you will like this site. Then if I come here and change it to Bandana, I'll save and I refresh. You see that the character is changing. So that is the rule of font tag. It's taking 3 attributes: size, color, and face. So that is font.